So what if the biggest line item in your event budget shouldn't actually be decor, but like a plane ticket?
Yeah, I mean, usually planning a massive gathering feels like building a set from absolute scratch. Right.
Exactly. You're dragging in lights and flowers, just uh, trying to force an atmosphere into a totally blank room. But welcome to the deep dive, everyone.
We've got a great one for you today.
We really do. Our mission today is to help you master venue selection. We're extracting some incredible guidance straight from the niche planning articles on the Weddizer website.
Yeah, we're looking at the ultimate lakefront showdown, Lake Tahoe versus Lake Louise.
Because lakefronts are trending hard right now. I mean, you get the water reflections, the crisp mountain air, and suddenly nature is just, your production designer.
Right. And if we take a step back, I mean, both of these locations offer top-tier luxury, but they represent two fundamentally opposing philosophies of what a destination event should actually be.
Oh, totally. Like, look at Lake Tahoe on the California-Nevada border. You have these deep, crystal clear blue waters, pine forests, and actual beaches right there.
Yeah, it's the quintessential American outdoor escape.
Mm.
But accessible is the crucial factor here. Tahoe operates on this really relaxed, resort-style frequency.
Because it's practically a stone's throw from major hubs, right? Like Sacramento and Reno.
Exactly. So you can easily accommodate a massive guest list, like well over 100 people.
Right, they just fly in, grab an Uber, and boom, instant vacation.
Yeah, with built-in infrastructure for boating or skiing. It's really the path of least resistance.
Wait, so if Tahoe is that beautifully simple, why on earth would anyone choose Banff National Park? I mean, you're asking your guests to fly into Calgary, rent cars, and drive hours deep into the Canadian Rockies.
It's a trek, for sure.
It really is. Why would anyone willingly take on that travel headache instead of a direct flight for an easy Tahoe weekend?
Well, because that travel headache is actually a feature, not a bug.
Wait, really? How does that work?
The physical difficulty of getting to Lake Louise creates a psychological filter. Think of the logistics as like a VIP velvet rope.
Oh, wow. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, by asking your guests to make that trek, you are instantly filtering out the casual weekenders. The journey turns the event into a highly committed, exclusive alpine expedition.
And the payoff for that expedition is the aesthetic, right? Because Lake Louise doesn't just give you water.
No, it gives you this surreal, glowing turquoise water surrounded by towering glaciers.
Which is just pure cinematic drama.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that color isn't a camera trick, by the way. It actually comes from glacial meltwater carrying what they call rock flour.
Rock flour, like baking flour.
Kind of. It's basically microscopic powdery silt created when glaciers grind against the mountain rock.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and that rock flour gets suspended in the lake. It perfectly absorbs all colors of the light spectrum except green and blue.
Wow. So it just bounces that vibrant turquoise right back at your eyes.
Exactly. But you want to capture that drama, which means timing is everything. Summer gives you the peak glacial melt for that turquoise glow.
Right, but the Weddizer guide highlights this incredible seasonal alternative, right? Fall in Lake Louise.
Oh yeah, that's when the crowds vanish.
And those golden larch trees take over. If you aren't familiar, a larch is this bizarre, fascinating tree. It looks exactly like an evergreen pine, but it's actually a deciduous conifer.
Yeah, in the autumn, its needles turn blazing, brilliant gold before dropping off completely. It's stunning.
But pulling off an event surrounded by larches and glaciers requires a serious reality check on logistics, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The Weddizer source actually emphasizes 3 non-negotiable practical steps if you're going this route. First, Banff is a highly protected national park.
So permits are step one.
Securing specific commercial permits is your absolute first step, yes. Second, an indoor backup plan is totally mandatory because the weather does whatever it wants up there.
And the third step.
You must hire local vendors, period.
Because alpine lighting is notoriously ruthless to photograph, right?
Ruthless is the perfect word. You're dealing with intense, high-contrast sunlight bouncing off bright white glaciers and highly reflective water.
That sounds like a nightmare for an out-of-town photographer.
It can be. Plus, local professionals understand the microenvironments. A single cloud moving over a glacier can drop the ambient temperature by 10 degrees in minutes.
Right, and completely shift the color temperature of the light.
Exactly. An out-of-town photographer will panic, but a local knows exactly how to adjust their exposure before the cloud even hits.
So it essentially boils down to the experience you want to curate. I mean, if you want an accessible, relaxed gathering where your guests can easily lounge on the beach or hike through the pines, Tahoe is your venue.
Yeah, and if you're chasing an exclusive, highly committed, once-in-a-lifetime cinematic adventure, Lake Louise justifies the journey.
But both rely heavily on the natural world cooperating with your schedule.
They really do. Nature is the boss.
Which, brings up a slightly terrifying thought. Since these breathtaking outdoor ceremonies rely completely on seasonal predictability, we kind of have to acknowledge the rapidly growing unpredictability of our climate.
That's a really valid point.
Right, like, will wild outdoor destination events eventually become entirely obsolete? Are we heading toward a future where the event industry is pushed into hyper-controlled, simulated indoor natural environments?
Just to guarantee nobody gets rained, smoked, or snowed out.
Exactly. We might end up building those massive theatrical sets from absolute scratch after all. Just something for you to mull over. Catch you on the next deep dive.